So it's so important, first of all, to know your own genital anatomy, because if you don't know what you have, which many of us don't, it's really hard to know how to get full enjoyment out of it, or to tell a partner how to do so, how to pleasure you. And when men pee, like they hold their penis, they have familiarity. It takes us concerted effort to learn our genitals. So hopefully me and my vulva puppet will help with that. So
Yes.
this is my vulva puppet. And let me just go over the parts. And as I do, I'm going to refer to what parts in the penis they're analogous to. And the reason I'm doing this is so many of us are more familiar with the penis than the vulva. So
Okay.
the external part of the female genital is not called the vagina, it's called the vulva. And it has many distinct parts. It has the outer lips, and they simply protect what's inside, and they're analogous to the sac that protects the balls on a penis. Okay, now opening this up and seeing, you'll see these are the inner lips, and they are hairless. They're chock full of touch sensitive nerve endings and erectile tissue. We have erectile tissue. And it's really common for one, even though they're called inner lips, it's common for one to be bigger than the other to stick out of the outer lips. Completely normal. In fact, inner lips are what give vulvas their personality, and they're all unique. They're like snowflakes. Not one is alike, even identical twins, and it's often the inner lips. And they are analogous to the shaft of the penis. They're really sensitive. They're an underrated sexual organ, actually. We don't pay enough attention to them often. If you follow the inner lips up, they form the clitoral hood, which is analogous to the foreskin on a penis if it's not removed, which many are for circumcision purposes. Also very, very, very sensitive. If you under the hood, and some are more exposed than others, is the clitoral glands. And that is analogous to the tip of the penis, the head of the penis. It has over 10,000 touch sensitive nerve endings in the size of about an eraser tip. So, ouch. Many of us go, that's too sensitive to touch directly. And stimulated in other ways, like through the hood or through cloth or panties. Up here is called the mons pubis, and it's where your pubic hair is. It's a mound of fatty tissue. And why that's important is the clitoris is actually the tip, the glands in the hood is the only part you can see, but it's a vast internal organ full of touch sensitive nerve endings and erectile tissue. And the legs of the clitoris run through here, which is why a lot of times women will push their hand here and it'll feel good as they rub up and down. There's also our vaginal canal, and that is where babies can come out, penises can go in. And what's really interesting is the opening of the vagina and the first third are also full of touch sensitive nerve endings. But the inner two thirds has no touch sensitive nerve endings, which is why you can wear premenopause, before menopause, when you had a period, you could wear a tampon without feeling it because there's no touch sensitive nerve endings, but those pressure sensitive nerve endings are why, when aroused, sometimes a thicker object feels good. So that is a quick anatomy lesson.